Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and it's a dog day afternoon in Santa Barbara, March 21st, Saturday. I thought I would go to the beach, which is like, half a mile from my house, and I'm trying to find parking here. I think everybody's had the same idea. It's a beautiful, amazing day. Okay, let me show you what I see in the parking lot. This is one busy day to go to the beach, but of course it is the weekend and it's gorgeous, and it is a clean activity to do. Spot, 2-hour parking, perfect. So this is Hendry's Beach in Santa Barbara, California. It's a great beach because it's a dog beach. It is one of my very favorite beaches in all of Santa Barbara because there's wonderful walking and hiking. I'm seeing a lot of people here. Yeah, it's a popular day to go to the beach, but it seems pretty good with social distancing. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe not that. Some people got married at the beach today. That's a happy sign. Okay, this is what we see here. Okay. I'm gonna walk down these stairs real quick. And this is the path right down to the water, which I'm gonna go to. That's bunching up. Okay, this is Santa Barbara's beach scene. You can see what's happening and the crowd. A lot of people are here. I think it's okay. I don't know. This isn't what they're doing in San Francisco. They're having a little more space. But Santa Barbara just had the order come down 48 hours ago of stay-at-home order. So that was my very favorite restaurant there. I see some people at a table in there eating. They probably brought it themselves. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't really know how to make sense of any of this, really. It's just so weird. In Santa Barbara, we have 9 cases, but we have 200 tests out that don't have results, and there's no telling when those results are going to get in. We have a lack of tests, so not very many people can get tested. Our Sansom doctor, who's kind of running the show in the public health, is Dr. Ansorg here, and he said it is widespread community. It's wide community spread. He said wide. He said if we do not adhere strictly to our social distancing, he estimates 18,000 cases within the next 2 weeks. And he says we will overflood our health system by lightning. And it's just, we can't handle it. It will crush our hospital and healthcare system in Santa Barbara to no end. And so because of that, he is saying we have got to adhere strictly to the social distancing parameters. Strictly. He estimates that if we do not change what we are doing right now, 85% of our population in Santa Barbara within, was it 8 weeks?
So that's 2 months. We will have 5% of the infected likely requiring hospitalization in our town of 100,000 people. And that translates to 19,000 Santa Barbarans suddenly needing critical care. It would mean our healthcare system would basically collapse, Dr. Ansorg warned. We'd be worse off than Italy, he says. And Dr. Ansorg really urges the younger generation to take it seriously, he says, because the young residents can pass the coronavirus to each other and then further into our community. But by themselves, if they become very ill, he says, it's a total disaster. While social distancing, he says, seems like a crude precaution, given all the fancy medications and fancy tests, now the disposal doctors, it's unfortunate. The only method we have is to slow community spread down by social distancing, because there aren't enough mass tests, ventilators, hospital rooms for this virus.
In the distance there, that peninsula way down the beach, that is Isla Vista. That is where UCSB is located.
Going to crush our little tiny town of Santa Barbara, our beautiful town by the sea. I don't know where you are in the world. I don't know what your statistics are. Please write and please tell me what's happening. I don't know where you are in comparison to the California outbreak. Even though in this incredibly bucolic environment, that's just really 2 minutes by car from my house. It'd be a 15-minute walk, but the road's unsafe. This is my life. This is where I live. Yet to think about our healthcare system being crushed and all these people behind me with families and children and all the devastation that could happen, it would make me cry right now. But I'm doing a YouTube video, so I'm not going to cry. So, it's stuff to reflect on. This is not supposed to be a fact and figure, so I'm going to get to something else, which is what my plans really were for today, which was to make masks with my dear friend Lucinda, who helped me make the first mask I made that I got a lot of criticism for, but now almost all comments are positive. It's DIY, how to make a mask out of a bra, because I wanted to use found materials in my own house to make this mask, and it's washable. So, I'm going to turn you in, you can't do this, but now they're saying we got to make our own mask. So Lucinda and I, this very day, we're going to make the kind of mask that CDC wants us as homemakers to make. So we have the pattern, we're ready to go. I had a great photographer, not my regular one, but someone else who's a lovely woman, and she's worked with me before, and I love her, but I said the protocol is you have got to be not sick, not around anybody sick. What is your lifestyle like? And she has 3 roommates. One of her roommates got sick. So she told me yesterday, one of my roommates got sick, Rebecca, and I can't come in because I know how strict you are about this. And it's like, well, I'm glad to know that. So, with this, stay at home order, it's like, I'm in media, so for that, and I know I get hundreds of thousands of views, like beyond. And every day I'm getting, 100,000 views every day. So what I'm saying is a message that resonates, and I'm glad because it helps me keep my sanity to talk to you and to hear your comments at night. Just know that. So keep writing them to me. I have a purpose, I feel, to talk to you. Okay, back to. So she couldn't come. And so I don't know, I don't think she'll be ever able to come, because if her roommate's sick, her roommate's going to be sick. So that's an editor and videographer I don't have to make the really glowing DIY YouTube video I want to on those masks. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that. My other editor still comes in Monday through Friday. And Lucinda's job is decreasing because she works at the courthouse, and her job's going to be decreasing because they're just taking many less days in the county courthouse. So she can come in, but I don't know how safe I feel even to have a videographer in my house, because she's a younger person. She may not show the signs. So I have to weigh that out. I don't think, my editing process is 3 cameras and is highly technical, highly involved. I even have a separate sound on my professional videos. These are my amateur ones. I do these myself. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that. And I'm sure you're all thinking the same thing. How are you going to handle having a livelihood? What's left of it? Many of my friends no longer have a job. That's unfathomable to me. But that is what is happening right now. That is so much to grapple. Like how can we get our heads around it? What are they thinking? What are their thoughts? What are your thoughts? I'm just, it's just, you might be watching me thinking, you have the same hard time that I do putting your head around this. We can see the science, we can understand that what we're supposed to do, stay at home,
don't interact, no play dates, no, all the stuff we're not supposed to be doing. We understand it. But then we have a Saturday and it's beautiful weather and we live in Santa Barbara, thank goodness, or you have a park near your house and you have some open space and you want to enjoy life. Then I guess if I had a message on this, my message would be, they say now, at least 8 weeks, but, the news broadcasters are saying that's really not the case. A lot of specialists are saying that's really not the case. It's certainly going to be longer than 8 weeks that we need to have, stay at homes and really tight social distancing controls. I believe that. I believe it's going to be many, many months. Flattening the curve means we don't want to overload our healthcare system, but it still doesn't mean that 85% of our population here in Santa Barbara will not get sick. We just don't want them to get sick at the same time. So, and by staying at home and not going out, people with issues have a stronger stance of not getting it and staying alive. And so I hope if you're that, and I feel I am, I have an underlying health condition. I hope you are in a position you can follow that. And many people don't have the luxury to stay at home. They have got to work. They've got to do something. And I think I've rambled on enough. I'm going to wrap this up. But it's such a beautiful day. I'm going to put the camera and show you some of the most beautiful visions I have in my hometown. And I'm sure you have beautiful ones in yours. I'm Rebecca Brand. Subscribe to my channel. And if you don't ring that bell on top, you're not going to get notified of my next video. Making comments helps this video be pushed out so other people can see it. And every day I get new subscribers and people say, thank you so much for what you're doing. And I can't believe it because you're doing it for me. You're giving me love by writing all the things that you do. You have no idea. I live alone. It means so much to me. So anyways, I'm going to sign off. Whatever you're doing this Saturday or when you see this, I hope you're finding joys and silver linings and beauty as you change your life to meet the moment.